Good evening, everyone. We are back with Auzom Premier League Season 2, Week 3, Red Lobby. I am Esquire, joined today on the casting desk by Mustache Dave. Mustache Dave, how are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. We are doing great. These teams, this lobby, Red Lobby, stacked. Let me get some stats on deck in the chat if you're here watching, supporting us here tonight. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fantastic.
Excellent, excellent. So we do have the plane about to start coming out. All of our players are loaded in. Dave, we have a pretty good lobby here. A lot of good teams, a lot of high fragging caliber teams. So I'm excited to see how these 4 games go tonight for the Red Lobby.
Yeah, no, me too. I mean, just looking at some of these teams, for example, we got Hooligans, Ghost Gaming, Optic, The God Squad, Cornshuckers. I mean, so many recognizable names. In particular, though, I'm going to have my eye on Ghost Gaming. We got Define Legit, Profi, McCoy, Austin. I want to see where these guys take it tonight because I believe it was Tuesday, they played another league. They were looking extremely fine-tuned.
Yeah, definitely. So we do have the plane coming out. It's going to be taking a path from the northwest to the southeast. Pretty evenly cut throughout the map, Dave. I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of areas cut out. Maybe Stauber is the most inaccessible area, but a lot of teams going to their usual spots. We have Optic opting for their North Georgia drop as well. We've got Check 6. Looks like they're going towards Novo to see if they can possibly secure that. Scouting it out, I see SwiftEQ trailing a little bit behind them. But yeah, pretty standard drop.
Yeah, standard drop. I was going to mention I didn't notice anyone going to military base, but I was mistaken because those parachutes still going in hot. The Liddy Committee, TLC, coming in hot tonight. They got their markers looking over Nova, so they know there's 2 squads there. They're making the long drop, and I think they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it.
Yeah, definitely. And we've got the Slime Squad securing South Georgia Bowl to themselves. Going to be a great looting phase for them. I don't think they're going to have much difficulty at all getting kitted. They certainly won't have a lack of supplies. But if we go to the map, we're going to see there's already some action popping out. Looks like Little Prodigy is taking some shots at FlyQuest, Dave.
Yeah, this Little Prodigy from Fade Away 3. He's got a gun. He's got the red dot, the AKM. I'm curious to see how much ammo he has. And speaking of ammo, it seems like he might have just ran out there. So let's see. I mean, they got Sunken City all to themselves. Just shooting away at FlyQuest over there, letting them know, hey, don't come this way. And the circle is up. Look at this circle.
Yeah.
Look at this circle.
So this
Zarky, no love.
Yeah, this is the no Zarky love circle. A lot of water in this circle. I think some teams are going to be pretty unhappy to see that, especially the teams that are going to have to be traveling from the military base. But if you're Optic or if you are the Slime Squad, you are sitting happy wherever you landed in South Georgia Bowl or North Georgia Bowl.
And Slime Squad, in particular, a fun fact regarding them, they finished top 10 100% of the time so far. That interesting.
I mean, that's pretty good stats for consistency's sake, right? You definitely want to be finishing at least in the top 10. I think that's something to strive for. But yeah,
100% of the time, though. I know there's only 3 days so far with this data, but I mean, if they can keep on with that consistency, I mean, points, they definitely add up.
Yeah, they definitely do, especially with the new point systems that are structured to reward players for kills. It sort of adds a little bit of an incentive to take those early game battles, which we're starting to see a little bit more of. Let's see. It looks like we've got Ghost Gaming up in Severny. They're going to be all alone. Yeah, so everyone's got a pretty good loot phase right now. Not a lot of contests for any specific points, Dave.
All right. Well, looking at the map, looking at the zone, one squad in particular, I believe they're still in Korea. Optic Gaming. Look at them smack there in North Georgia. I mean, they're going to be able just to loot their hearts out here tonight. Just because that circle, they're center strat. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, they got really lucky. This is one of the static drops for Optic, so they definitely got pretty lucky with how this circle ended up coming out. But they're not going to see a lot of enemy push right now. But they do have Affinity pushing in on the east side of North Georgia Bowl, so they're going to need to be a little bit aware. too safe there for them.
And you have them as well as FlyQuest. It looks like they're trying to wrap around there. Looks like FlyQuest Blue is actually scouting out the area. We might see him very shortly take a couple shots out, or maybe even get shot down himself. I mean, to be fair, he's in a vehicle, so it's gonna be interesting to see what exactly comes of this. It looks like he's about to run right into these guys, actually.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got a little bit of a fight breaking out here in Novo. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Check 6 jacking off is getting really close to the God Squad.
Yeah, these are two teams that they're looking good, both individual as squads. So just the simple fact that they dropped so far from this first circle, though, I mean, these guys have to be thinking. At least the IGLs have to be thinking. Listen, do we take these fights, or do we just get on a boat and get out of here? Because I mean, next zone, we got what, a minute 25. They're, I want to say, the furthest away possible, and they got at least 3 squads in their way to the safety. 2 bridges. I mean, what do you do here? Do you take a boat? Do you take this fight? They're not looking too good, in my opinion, just because how far they are.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those scenarios that's been talked about a lot since the 1.0 patch came out. Do you take these battles, because they're essentially a lose-lose situation, because you're either going to waste a lot of time or resources fighting it out, and at the very best you can hope to escape with your squad but still depleted supplies. But we do have some shots coming out. It looks like God Squad has spotted Check 6 running away on the hill.
Yeah, he's running away. Is he in a vehicle? I don't know. He's getting shots left or right. He is in a vehicle. Looks like he's with himself and his partner. I think he's making the right move. But they're going straight into TLC, so let's hope for their sake they make it out of this alive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they definitely took some shots. God Squad connecting with a few of their shots, but we do have a fight breaking out in North Georgia. Looks like Flight West is going to be going down. Blue got a knock on Hypoc as well, but Hypoc ends up trading it with Los HD. Hypoc eventually going it down 2 shots by Blue with the Vector. So that's going to be a rough loss for Optic this early game. FlyQuest is going to be able to get Lowe's HD up, so that's good for them. But some good trades coming out, Dave, and some early battles.
I mean, we were just talking about this. We saw FlyQuest with that wide kind of wraparound into North George, and I want to say they won that fight. That Vector, close range, that thing just shreds anything you put in front of it. I believe FlyQuest has all 4 members remaining, and Optic down to 3. But that doesn't mean they're out. I mean, their center strat, they might have 3 alive, but they're still just as strong. Another squad to kind of mention that's kind of hovering around the same area, Ghost Gaming. They're kind of getting in close.
Good evening, everyone.
As well.
We are back with auzom. Yeah, they are. We do have some shots coming out around Ghost Gaming. Looks like Define Legit is trying to get some sort of sight on where these shots are coming from. Not able to see anything.
Yep, Ghost Gaming actually taking shots from their north and their south. They're in 2 separate gunfights. They were taking some shots at the Corn Chuckers, driving to Zarky. Praise them for that matter, because I love Zarky. It never gets used, but they're getting shot also by Optic from the south. So this compound that they're in, I feel like it's a pretty decent one. It's definitely going to see lots of action as you see all these squads kind of transitioning their way into that direction. So depending on their loot situation, how much ammo they have, they can rack up some kills here. They can definitely rack up some kills here.
Yeah, they definitely can. And as the blue zone is starting to encroach onto the safe zone, we are going to see our teams begin to transition. We've got 3 teams down at Military Island that need to make their way all the way to the northwest corner. It's going to be a tough transition for them, but we do see some shots coming out from Ghost Gaming, as well as FlyQuest's Comet drives by trying to reunite with his team.
Yeah. I mean, he's just driving through, I want to say, Death Valley. You got Optic on the hill, taking shots at him. He got Ghost Gaming taking shots, and there he goes. He's blown up. Optic actually getting that kill. Oh, and like I mentioned earlier, look at Ghost Gaming also doing the same thing, blowing up vehicles left and right. This is just a Death Valley. These 2 squads pretty much creating a choke point for any squad to ride through these guys. So early game, we're already seeing players go down, and this circle is just It's just crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is not a spot that I would want to be driving through. It's essentially what you said, a Death Valley, newly dubbed Death Valley, right
Death
north of
Valley.
North Georgia.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. So we're going to go ahead and look at the map. We still see our players transitioning. It looks like God Squad was able to find a car as well as the Liddy Committee. Looks like they're going to be holding this bridge for a little bit. They've got Koopa on the north side of the bridge, scouting out to see if they're going to face anything. But oh no, looks like they lost a player.
Yeah, this is a dangerous bridge, and there's only two options. I mean, we kind of touched on it before. Do you take a vehicle, go on land? Do you take a boat? I mean, just because of the time that they took to actually loot that time on the island, they're going to be forced to take the vehicle approach. But meanwhile, Optic over here, who took him out?
Looks like they ended up taking shots at Ghost Gaming down at that compound, but Ghost Gaming was able to return fire and knock 17, and Bahawaka is not close, so he's going to be running up as fast as he can to try to get that revive. But yeah, I'm sure 17 is not feeling too good right now, all alone up on that hill.
Yeah, he will most likely be able to get the rest, even though it looks like he's turning his back straight to Ghost Gaming. I'm unsure of the information that he has. I mean, of course, we got the God's eye view, so we know everything that's going on here. But looking at North George, Optic now, you know, I mentioned earlier they were looking extremely good, but now they're kind of stuck between FlyQuest and Ghost. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they transition, how they make up their minds. But
yeah, and Dave, with this circle being what it is, I mean, maybe 40%, around 40% water. That's going to create a lot of issues for these teams trying to secure compounds on such a small landmass, given the circle size. But we do see that Little Prodigy and his squad have opted for the water route. They have gotten in some boats. Let's see if one of them has an aqua rail. It doesn't seem like they have gone for the jet ski.
Aqua rail, OP. I'm just gonna say that. That's one of my favorite vehicles.
That's right.
I like this. I like them going to the water because use it to your advantage. I know a lot of people, they don't like it here and there, but if you look at our map, the very tip of Zarki, all the way to the west there, if I was kitted out, and look at this circle, next circle pops, exactly where I was going to say, go to that tip. Just go to that tip. You're on a peninsula. No one's going to come for you up there. You can just wait it out, play for placements. So let's see what else is going on over here.
Definitely. Looks like we've got a crate. Elusive is close to it, but we don't know if he has opted to go for it. Let's see if it will be worth his while.
Whoa.
And
I like that.
That's a nice crate right there, Dave. I mean, we got the Mark 14. We've got the 8x. We got the Millie vest. Got a little med kit and a ghillie suit. I mean, that's a stacked crate. Elusive would be very happy if he opted to go for it, but he's a little bit far away now. I don't know if he even saw the crate was there. But Bar Dave is going to be taking some shots right now, and he gets knocked. His teammates trailing behind in the car, going to see if they can do anything. But no, he gets finally taken out of the game by the Corn Shuckers, who caught him in a bad path.
See, that's one of the strengths of Corn Chuckers, just being able to take these fights in these open fields. You don't want to drive past these guys because they have such good focus on vehicles in particular, from what I've seen in the past, that they just light them up, all four at the same time. And if you're passing these guys in a vehicle, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, it's difficult. We see Yohio of the Corn Shuckers taking some shots, connecting once, but opting to try to get a different angle to see. He notices that there's a lot of teams nearby. Let's see. We have a lot of shots coming out. We have Elusive connecting onto Overjaw, hitting Overjaw and taking him out. That's going to be Overjaw for the Murderous Plush Toys.
Yeah, Murderous Plush Toys looking good. Now, are they in the circle? Yes, they are. So they'll be able to kind of hang out here and relax. But I think their name is Think 4, or no, Core 4. I like their positioning up there, but they're gonna be in an engagement before you know it here. They're playing the edge strat. They're up north. Look at this crate. People going for it, or are they? I don't know. I wouldn't go for the crate at this point. Oh,
Big T actually got it. Yeah. Big T is
this
rocking the ghillie suit, so he was able to reap the benefits of that amazing crate. He's got a lot of people, though, on his tail. The Hooligan squad is taking fire from all angles, though, so I don't think they're going to spend much time worrying about him. Corn Shuckers is raining fire on all the squads in their vicinity.
Yeah. I mean, this zone, it's just a death zone. I want to say there's at least 50% water still in this circle. So you're either swimming or you're getting shot at because there's only so many possible ways that you can actually transition into the zone. And looking at the map, FlyQuest, they're still in their spot. Optic, they kind of went into this field over here, kind of center strat as well. Ghost Gaming doing what they do best, protecting. No one in Zarky still. If there was a king of Zarky, it's definitely Ghost Gaming right now. But I mean, honestly, with this circle, this map, how it's going, I don't know who's going to win. I
Yeah,
mean, based on positioning alone, I can't really tell. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, and you're starting to see the sort of the later teams trickle in. A lot of shots still being taken by Core 4 at these teams that have opted for the coastal play right here. They have been connecting and getting a few downs and kills as well. But they've got all 4 up. They've got 2 vehicles and a pretty solid hold on a compound on the edge. But we're going to have a whale in here taking some shots. He's using the roof for his advantage. Going to be raining down some shots onto Hooligans, who is still on the coast over here, trying to avoid any of these shots hitting them.
Yeah. And talking about looking at the map, I know I love the map, right? I got this map sense. Micro Fry, he's not even in the zone yet. He's still boating around by himself. He's the last remaining member of his squad. He's definitely got some health, so he'll make it in here. But let's see. I mean, if you recall from earlier, he kind of had bad luck over there in Nova, I believe. But doing a great job with the boat. He's going to come in extremely late and making all this noise. But Corn Chuckers right in the middle, taking shots at everybody, trying to dominate their area. Four strong, four alive still. Paradox just kind of scoping out the area. I mean, yeah, he's looking. So let's see. Next circle pop. Corn Chucker still in the zone. Ghost Gaming in the zone. FlyQuest in the zone. Optic in the zone. The east, the southeast, it's about to get lit up here. All these squads are going to be forced to push up as they're playing center strat right here.
Yeah, definitely. And if you look at this, you see that most of the teams that landed up here in the northwest corner are getting rewarded for that. And Matt, we see T-Sin, who was all alone over here, who got the crate, going ahead and taking out Fuzzy Potato. And I don't think Hooligans knew at all that he was down there. But he ends up being taken out by Matthew, who spots him after losing his teammate. That's an unfortunate loss for them, but at least they were able to take him out of the game and not have to worry about any more of those flanks.
I mean, speaking of flanks here, we got Major NL, and like you mentioned just a second ago, Fadeaway 3. They're about to come right into each other. But, I mean, Fadeaway 3, they have the tip, the west of Zarky. But they're going to have to power through Ghost Gaming most likely. Not this circle, but the next one. So that's definitely going to be a fight that I'm going to have my eye on just because it's bound to happen. But Optic taking some shots right in the middle of the fields, kind of just shooting everybody that passes them. Let's see if they land some kills here. The SKS Hetror with the 8-time scope, so this is going to come in handy. He's actually taking some pot shots across the way. Looks like they're not exactly connecting, but you know, hey, why not, right? If you can damage, get a helmet off at this point in the game, get some damage on the armor, you're looking good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just the ability to put out some damage and deplete some of those teams' resources are going to save you in the late game if you end up making it that far. But Hetror is definitely someone to look out for with any sort of sniper. So, you know, I'm sure that I believe that's Core 4 over there. They're going to need to be very careful as they try to retreat without much cover at all. But yeah, looking at the map, Dave, a lot of the water has been adjusted out, which I think most of these teams are going to be very happy for. But, I mean, with that, we see a lot more compounds in play as well.
I mean, depending on this next circle, it's really gonna be the deal breaker, right? For this, at least game 1 of tonight. We have 2 major kind of cities still in play. You know, that edge of North George, and then all of Zarky, with those little kind of, I want to say, trash loot spots to the west. But we gotta fight. Corn Chuckers still fighting over here, fighting Core 4 and Ghost Gaming at the same time. One member from Corn Chuckers actually going down right there in that exchange. And all this noise is just painting a target on your back. Hetror still over there trying to take out Core 4. Core 4, they're in a tight situation right now. They're getting shot by everybody.
Yeah, speaking of being in a tight situation, we have Carbon XYZ from the Slime Squad, who seems to have gone down Looks like he's just hiding in a building. He might have unfortunately disconnected. I don't see any of his teammates around. But, you know, Dave, if we look at this, we see a lot of players and teams split up and spread out around this southern part of the circle. So it's going to be very interesting how these teams are able to fight as well as support their own teammates because, you know, as we've seen, it's very hard to play as a solo in these competitive squad games.
Yeah, I like to mention, though, I don't know if Carbon DC or not, but Master Rook is still alive. That slime squad I mentioned earlier. 100% of the time they finish top 10. So there is 16 teams alive. So I'm going to have my eye on them. I want to see if Master Rook can make it that top 10 and keep that stat going for him because honestly, I'm impressed with that stat. I mean, I know some people might be like, whatever, but I'm impressed. Top 10, 100% of the time. It just sounds good. It just sounds so good.
Definitely.
Wow. Next circle. Optics still in it. Corn Chuckers in it. Ghost Gaming, a hop and a skip away. They're moving right now, exactly. Define legit with that vehicle going in to take that initial kind of scouting route, I want to say, kind of proc anybody that might be in that pathway. But for vehicle strong, this is something that Ghost does, I want to say, time and time again. Every single game I watch these guys, they have all vehicles and they make their own compounds. And look at this little cliff, this little bowl that they have. They love playing bowls. They're just an all-around versatile team.
Yeah, you know, the car strat it pays off for a lot of these teams. You know, usually what you see it used a lot, especially by Cloud9 as well. And just their ability, these teams' ability to get these cars, secure them until the late game. They protect them as well, which is, you know, a task within itself. But being able to set up these mobile compounds, it really helps, especially in these types of zones where we see fields being, you know, over 50% of the map right now.
I mean, hey, who needs a compound if you can just make your own? You see in a lot of the competitive play that, you know, in a zone like this, say that they're comfortable with their spot, they believe the next circle is going to pop on them, they'll tend to blow up their own vehicles and strictly use it for cover. I mean, that's just how it's done. But I'm still curious to see if Fadeaway 3 is going to sneak up behind these guys and take a couple shots at Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be interesting. They are coming up a little bit on the west side of Ghost Gaming, but they will be on that edge. So whether or not they're going to run in each other, only time will tell. But we do see Microfry taking a lot of shots and knocking and killing, taking out the squad of Swifty's Q. So it's going to be a tough loss for them right there. Microfry, who has had quite the traveling experience.
Quite the game.
Yeah. He's a traveler. He's definitely a vagabond. He's been all over the place. But we have Optic continuing to secure this middle location of the circle and just raining shots out pretty much in a 360, but mainly focusing on this eastern edge of the circle.
I mean, Optic, they're pretty much center strat as much as you can get. They're not exactly center. They also have 3 vehicles, 2 UAZs and a buggy. All of them looking extremely well. They have all these hills, all these rocks, pretty much all this cover. So, you know, they can just look on the horizon and just shoot anybody that they can. I mean, TLC, I believe that's who they were shooting at earlier over there in kind of the southeast. TLC only having 1 member alive still. FlyQuest to the south about to be engaged. I mean, this circle is just a death circle. So many engagements happening at the same time. Microfry actually going down. So F's in the chat for that guy. His long journey has came to an end. Game 1.
Yeah, Master is just taking a lot of shots. Ends up being taken out by Optics 17. I mean, it's just really tough right now to push anywhere that has a line of sight to this this center field where Optic has taken location. But let's look at Ghost as well. Ghost has a pretty good location as well. They've got quite a good hill for any type of advantage and good cover.
Good cover. Side note, if you were following kind of my stat, Master Nook, 11th place there. So they just lost their 100% top 10 every time. I might have jinxed them there. Let's see. What else? Sorry, guys. What else is going on here? Disciple crawling. He wants to be res right here, but he's not going to make it, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. We got to leave you behind. Major NL still, I mean, for the last 10 minutes, he's just been silently creeping up behind Fadeaway 3, kind of letting them do the hard work for him. I mean, Fadeaway 3 clearing the zone. Master NL just sneaking up behind him, playing the snake, and it's working for him.
Yeah, it is working. So we do have our next circle coming out. It looks like Ghost and Optics positions are still extremely safe and, pretty much locked down both halves of the circle. And it looks like Ghost has sort of occupied this forested area just north of the road, and Optic essentially has this southern area that is a little bit of fields and hills. But if you just saw their bot walk was going to take some shots at Ghost Gaming over there, but they've also spotted Core 4 rather on the eastern edge. So yeah, we've got 10 teams left, Dave, and the circle is only going to get smaller, and there is no cover for these teams to push to anymore.
Yeah, talking about cover and talking about pushing, though, we have a standstill down here in the south. We have FlyQuest and Elusive Gaming. These guys have been going at it for the past 5 minutes, but now they have this open kind of field. They're actually getting pushed on right now. FlyQuest, member taking it down. Blue getting taken down by Fizzle. Blake from Elusive taking down Snorlax. Mike at the race. Oh, nope. The zone's pushed in. Lost HD. He's taking some shots. Lost HD just wiped out Elusive Gaming. He has just enough time to maybe met up and run into the zone, but he's going to run right into Optics. So although he made it now, let's see if he makes it to tell another tale. He hears all that action going on to the north, so he's actually going to make a wide flank. Kudos to him. I like this decision. Let's see if he'll make it in. Major NL getting taken out on the other side of the map by Jasper. Jasper said, listen, if you're going to pay, you got to pay the piper right now, man. You're not riding on our coattails anymore.
No, definitely not. And it looks like Ghost Gaming has spotted the other squad there. I believe that's Hooligans on the other side of the hill. It looks like they've spotted them out, Matthew, and they're going to be taking some shots. None connecting yet, but they're going to continue to watch that sideline to see if anything transpires there. But yeah, the circle is continuing to shrink, and these teams are continuing to get pushed. Jasper is running for his life right now, trying to get into the zone, and it just gets somewhere to safety. He hears all these shots coming out, especially from the northeast, where Ghost Gaming has been holding for the last, I don't know, Dave, what, 10 minutes?
10 minutes. I mean, it's just their positioning. So we got one member from Fadeaway 3 still alive. Your boy Blue from FlyQuest did die down there, as predicted earlier. So we're about, we have 5 teams left, 2 solos, and pretty much only teams with the full roster still alive. Ghost Gaming and Optic. They're just so comfortable. Jasper from Fadeaway 3 being taken out right now. So this next circle is going to dictate exactly who wins. And Optic is just gifted that circle. They don't have to move at all. Let's see, Ghost Gaming making that fast push as they tend to do. I noticed every time the zone's up, they make that push right away. They don't waste any time.
Yeah, they don't waste any time at all. I mean, yeah, the circle opted to move directly south, favoring Optic's position over Ghost Gaming. But we still have Core 4 on the east side of the circle. They really haven't pushed much since the circle has been pushing them out. So I'm interested to see how they play this. They're essentially just trying to hide from any of Optic's shots while they shoot at Ghost Gaming, who is starting to move into the circle, Dave. Yeah,
they're moving to the circle. They might have some cover. I mean, as mentioned earlier, they kind of make their own cover. Matthew still in the north. The lone member, Define Legit, knows he's there, so he's going to actually stick back and kind of ensure that they don't get flanked from behind. But let's see. Hetror taking some shots with the SK. He's been doing this all game. He's feeling comfortable right now. Define Legit still over there. He's looking at it. He knows there's still a member from the Hooligans. So I'm going to be interested to see if Matthew can make it. But he's slowly creeping his way. But let's talk about, what is it? Think 4 or Core 4. I mean, these guys have just been riding this edge all game.
Yeah, they have been, and they're deciding to move right now. Monte Carbo is going to be taking some shots. He's with Think Fast in the car, going to be trying to use it as cover in that field. They were able to get behind it. They're going to disable the vehicle right now, trying to be careful, so that vehicle doesn't get blown up and take them out of the game. But we also have Profi finally taking out Matthew, who was in the north. And this is a very pivotal point in the game, Dave. I mean, essentially, before Matthew died, there were 4 players left. 4 teams left, rather, so our top 3 has been decided. Who will get first, time will only tell, but we have Optic raining out some shots onto Core 4, who has finally creeped in on the eastern edge.
Yeah, Core 4 looks like one of those guys actually tempted to get that package over there. Ray, is he going to get that package, or is he just kind of checking to see if someone else is behind him? So yeah, zone's closing in. Pretty much it's a three-way standoff. We noticed Bahawaka choosing to center up. He's about to be engaged right now by Ghost Gaming as Bahawaka firing on him as they make that push to find legit McCoy getting that spot with their vehicles. Hetor being taken out across the way. To find legit McCoy blown up next to that vehicle. Bahawaka exploded. This is getting out of control. This is out of control.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this has been a pretty chaotic final circle, but we have got Core 4 taking some shots out. They've been able to pretty much neutralize Optic there in the south. Ghost Gaming is going to lose to find legit. He is down, as well as one of their other teammates. They're trying to get the reses off right now as the circle continues to favor Optic. Ghost Gaming and Core 4 are going to have to decide how to move in now. But, you know, as we saw there, you know, Core 4 has some amazing...
This is Core 4's game to win.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, they were able to take out a squad, essentially, two of Optic's teammates who had been raining hellfire down on all of these teams trying to get into the safe zone. But as we're going to see, one of Core 4's members goes down. Monte Carlo is taking some shots from Profi. And 17 just got knocked as well.
My main man, Monte Carlo, getting shot. I mean, all that noise definitely going to give away their position. Profi actually in this vehicle, I think he was getting some extra loot over there. He's going to make that wide flank around to join his team. I mean, this is tough. We see Monte Carlo and Core 4 kind of snaking their way in here, taking some shots. But Optic, they're just comfortable. I mean, they can Netflix and chill right now and just let the people come to them.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to be able to get 2 knocks out on Core 4 over there on the eastern side. Optic just sort of biding their time, not really hard peeking or taking any shots right now, realizing that they've lost a substantial part of their team, at least 17 Hetor up. But a nade is going to come out from Hetor and connect them to find legit. Also, another nade comes out and puts a lot of damage on McCoy, leaving Spray to finish off to find legit and take that kill away from Optic.
Yeah, I mean, Profi, though, making that wide flank, trying to wrap around the last 2 remaining members, or actually 2 remaining members of Optic. I feel like, Optic have visual of him. Profi giving away the information with those grenades, almost landing directly on Hetor, actually taking off some damage. Now, let's see. I mean, do you make the push right now if you're Ghost Gaming? Do you immediately push on these guys? I feel like it might be dangerous just because Core 4 still out there watching, just watching.
Yeah, it could be dangerous. I think maybe Profi's trying to get some information to see exactly how many players are down in there, but the napalms are going to come out. The Molotov cocktails are going to come out, and as well as a smoke, Profi's going to hit that prone and start sneaking up, just trying to get some more information while his 2 teammates on the left flank of him put out some shots.
Core 4 taken out.
Yeah, Core 4 just got taken out, so our third place is decided. It's going to be Core 4. It's going to be a 3v2 between Optic and Ghost Gaming. Both some pretty good squads, so this is going to be very interesting how these teams decide to strategize and play out this final circle as we have it about to reveal. And look at that. Finally, Optic does not get blessed, and they are going to have to transition into this Ghost Gaming squad.
Yeah, if there was one circle you want to be blessed on, it's definitely this one, especially when it's a 3v2 situation. Now, I'm curious to see what these guys on Optic are actually going to do here. I mean, they have an idea where Profi is, but the real kind of wild card here is McCoy and Austin. You know what they're gonna do, because I feel like Profi is kind of buckled down in his current position, but Optic actually they're kind of split. They're kind of split right now, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure that either squad knows where the enemy players lie exactly. It seems like they're really just trying to cover any sort of sight lines that they can get before they have to make this push. Profi being one of the only players on the map right now that is safe. Austin McCoy trailing a little bit to the north, but we do have smoke start to come out, so Optic is going to opt for that smoke play to make some sort of transition, but nades are flying as well.
17, no helmet. Profi, level 3 helmet. He's geared out. You know, Ghost Gaming, they got the gear. All this fighting from before is definitely going to kind of cripple Optic over here. You know, as mentioned, 17, no helmet. That's going to play a factor here. He's actually tossing some grenades at that little hay bale. He knows where these guys are. It looks like he's tossing the smokes to kind of fake them out, kind of limit their vision. So, yeah, I mean, circle, it's moving in. It's moving in.
It's definitely moving in. And one of the things I like to note is just how effective these smokes can be. And so I'm really happy that they were fixed and that these teams are trying to utilize them. We do have shots coming up. It looks a little optic, and they were going to be able to take out 17, and I believe that was Hetror, and win the game. So Ghost Gaming is going to take first place, and your first match of the night, Optic coming in with that second place, and Core 4 coming in third place. Dave, so a pretty solid match for the first of 4 in this awesome Premier League Season 2, Week 3.
Yeah, I mean, I like that Zarky circle. It's definitely interesting because I never really see that type of circle. But Ghost Gaming first place, 12 kills. Optic second place, 13 kills. So these kills might be able to kind of offset the difference in placement scores. But I feel like the main kind of point to take away from this game, at least in my opinion, Core 4, third place. I mean, these guys coming out of nowhere, demonstrating that they are on point with their positioning. Monte Carbo making some good calls late game. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm impressed too, Dave. You know, as we said before this game started, this first match, I mean, this lobby is pretty stacked, and Core 4 is competing with the best of them, and they were able to come and pull out that third place. And I mean, if we watched their progression, they really had a tough time getting into those circles. I mean, they certainly weren't favored at all with any of the safe zones near the late game.
Yeah.
And they had to transition repetitively into that Optic squad, who had secured such a great position in the field, as well as that Ghost Gaming squad, who was up on the hill to the north. So, you know, overall, a great first game of the night. I'm excited to see now, once these players have sort of gotten used to the lobby after this first game, how things transition. So I think with that, Dave, we're going to throw it over to the intermission, get game 2 set up and ready to go, and get these scores tallied from game 1 and get into game 2.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm boosted. I'm gonna mix some coffee and tea for that extra boost, all that type of caffeine you can get. I'm ready to go. So yeah, stay tuned. This is season 2, week 3, NA Lobby Red in the house.